Here we go. This is ISGP4 semi-final draw. The end is near. We are down to 8 participants, of which I am a constituent. So we have our first placer wheel here, which is Yes Wally 1, Money Maestro, Dan Davidson, and myself, Antonio Cortes. I always put people's names in shorthand. I should probably put their full names. Let's do that. So we have Yes Wally 1, Money Maestro, Dan Davidson, and Antonio Cortes. There we go. And then we have again, Dark Lizard, correcting this here, Dark Lizard, Logie Bear, Danta Fanta, and Charity Royale. Good stuff. So we're going to have no repeat matches from round 1 or round 2. I was originally just going to have it to where it was no repeat matches from round 2, but then I realized that there was actually like a fine symmetry there to where it's actually it does mean that like this is somewhat ceremonial in some cases where I will literally draw someone and I might literally just have to say, oh, actually they have to face this person because it's the only person that they can actually face now. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. So going to be fresh matchups for the semi-finals. So that means I can only face Dark Lizard or Logie Bear. Fun fact. So yeah, and it means that Dan can only face. No, we'll just find out. Let's just do it. So, here we go. First wheel spin. It is... Oh, is it going to be me? Oh, it is just about me. Antonio Cortes in the green. Good stuff. Big ups to me. So, that means for the second wheel spin, I can actually remove both Charity and Danta for now. Because I can only... If we're going to have these fresh matchups, then that means I can only face DL and Logie. Because I faced Danta in round 1 and I faced Charity in round 2. So, here we go. I'm facing, hell yeah, the lad. I'm facing Dark Lizard, my good friend. Big ups. That is awesome. So, me versus Dark Lizard in the semi-finals. And we'll put Logie, Danta, and Charity back in. Actually, alright, well, I think that actually means automatically that Yes Wally 1 has to face Logie Bear, does it? Maybe? No, I think you can still face Charity. Okay, I think that's okay. So we'll just continue on anyway. So, alright. Money Maestro. Good stuff. Money Maestro is our second semi-finalist here, or the second person from the first placers who has been pulled out. Good stuff. And that means that, let's think. So he's faced Charity, and I think it's between Logie and Danta. Perfect. So let's see here. Aha! It's going to be Money Maestro versus Danta frickin' Fanta. The villain of ISGP. There's a lot of nicknames actually, just realised. But yeah, good stuff. So that is Danta versus Money Maestro. And I think that... well, that's pretty much that's what I meant about these being kind of ceremonial, because now that means by default that Yes Wally 1 having already faced... No, what am I talking about? No. Well, actually, no. Dan having already faced Logie has to face Charity. Okay, so well, there you go. So yeah, that's right. So yeah, okay. Well, a bit anticlimactic. I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, so no, fuck it. I'll just leave it like that, honestly, because yeah, if we're doing it with no round 1 or no round 2 repeat matchups, then yes, it is indeed Dan Davidson versus Charity Royale, and it is Yes Wally 1 versus Logie Bear. So there you go. Sorry, no, apologies for the anticlimactic nature of it, but yeah, that's pretty much set in stone then. They're all new matchups, obviously. So yeah, there it is. That is your semi-final draw. So just to repeat, it's myself, Antonio Cortes versus Dark Lizard. It is Money Maestro versus Danta Fanta. And it is Yes Wally 1 versus Logie Bear, and Dan Davidson versus Charity Royale. Again, just for anyone who doesn't understand, those are all new matchups. No one who has faced each other from round 1 or round 2. No repeat matchups. So that's it. In terms of just rules and etc., I would say just aim to be within maybe like an hour to like 2 hours. If it's like, if it ends up being like, if a race ends up being like 45 minutes or so, then that's fine. Like, I think anything from 45 minutes on is acceptable, but we want them to be, as I say, between like an hour and 2 hours. Please don't aim for like 2 hours though. Like, please just think of something. I'd rather people think of something that they think is going to take maybe just over an hour, to be honest. but I also don't want to tell people like aim between an hour and 90 minutes because that's like a really hard like run time. So yeah, I'm gonna say between an hour and 2 hours. If it honestly in this round though, I'm gonna have to tell you is if it goes over 2 hours, this goes for me as well, it goes for anyone. It's invalid. We're gonna have to be strict on that. Like I was lenient in round two, even for myself, honestly, for my own races, because some of them went to overtime. But I'm gonna be strict on that one. That if it's like 45 minutes, that's all right. You know, try not to make it like you're trying to make it to that kind of like hour point, but like that's okay. But if it goes over 2 hours, like nah, like that's actually worse. So yeah. Sorry if that's conflicting, but like yeah, basically it's saying that it's 1 hour, 60 minutes to 120 minutes. If you don't quite hit the 60-minute mark, then that's okay. But if you go over 2 hours, I'm like, okay, no, like you have to, back to the drawing board. We got to do it again. So yeah. And that's it. So happy racing, everyone. Really looking forward to seeing these matches. Deadline is going to be 2 weeks from whenever I upload this. So probably therefore the 17th or the 18th of October. So there you have it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And yeah, I say happy racing.